Let's swing it to the Mets, okay? Because a lot of people have been asking us to cover this, so we will, okay? So apparently, Verlander and Scherzer, who talked about getting back together as teammates, and there were articles about how they weren't the best of friends when they were with the Tigers, but it's water under the bridge, whatever that means. That's a long time ago. So we want to win together, highest paid duo, all of that, right? Well, there was an article that there was occasional discord. This is from Mike Puma of the New York Post. Verlander, according to not Scherzer, but I guess another Met that spoke to him, an anonymous Met, right?
I hate anonymous people.
Gotta love anonymous. Was a, quote, diva, causing Scherzer to, that's way too big of a word for me, grouse about his fellow 3-time Cy winner. Verlander often complained about the Mets analytics department, which he deemed inferior to the one that served him in Houston. Verlander, who was traded back to the Astros on August 1, was largely detached from teammates, according to the Met, and didn't add to the team's identity. On the other hand, Scherzer, who was traded to the Rangers on July 29, and Bassett last season, helped form the fabric of the clubhouse. That's no surprise. Chris Bassett's a dude. He's cool to hang out with, whatever. JV's like big time, Kate Upton. And sometimes he's even said it. Like he's kind of, like I remember I was covering him last year with the Astros when I was on the road. And he was like, yeah, I'm trying to have more fun. I'm coming back from the injury, trying to kind of just hang with the guys more and all of that. So I guess that, according to this one Met, disappeared again. But then Verlander came out and was like, no, F you. So he came out on his socials and said, I want to say I have nothing but respect for the Mets org, and I enjoyed connecting with all my teammates this season, new and old. That's Max, for anyone that's unaware. It truly was a wonderful group of people. That being said, we all know the success of a team is made up of more than just the players on the field. Everyone's input is valuable. I'm sorry to hear that a staff member took offense to constructive criticism on how we could improve. Wishing nothing but the best to the Mets moving forward. I think this is fascinating, and for me, Kratzy, there's two layers. One is, sure, if there are people saying, hey, I wish that he was more open with us, hanging with the guys, blending in, that's one portion of the combo. The other portion of the combo is, hell yeah, if I've got a guy who's a future Hall of Famer coming into my organization that has not had a lot of winning in its past, and I'm coming from Houston, and yes, you can't just go all about sign stealing in 2017. They have done shit right as far as putting a winning product on the field. If JV says, hey guys, this might be good to add, or this might be a better way for us to go about our preparation or our analytics in that department, I definitely would be listening. I wouldn't be criticizing him, even if he's saying it in like a little bit more of a, hey guys, we need to get with the times tone. That's fine. I think there's still an analytics arms race, and you have to balance things, Kratzy. Obviously, we've talked about that a ton, but if JV's like, hey, we can do things a little better, here's how, I'm all ears.
You got to listen to him in some ways, but if he's acting like a diva, I guess you got to kind of, was he saying all these things after a start? I've seen superstars come into teams and they don't hit well, or they don't pitch well, and it's like, well, the numbers say this. I mean, I don't understand why I'm not doing well. If he was saying it beforehand and being like, hey, when I was in Houston, it was, it might annoy that person, but the dude's got so much experience. And as long as he's saying this stuff before starts and, hey, I want to know this information, you got to listen to him. And based on JV's comments, it felt like he knew exactly who made the comments. And I think that's hilarious. The anonymous source is not anonymous to JV.
What's interesting, though, is he said a staff member. He didn't say a player.
Mm-hmm.
He said a staff member. So that means either a coach or somebody behind the scenes that we don't know about said this.
Yeah, no, that's what the report says, that a staff member called him out.
Said a Met. So, I mean, according to this Met, normally I assume a Met meaning a player.
But within this story, either that one or another one that I read, there was a staff member saying like he was criticizing the way that they were providing information. I'm like, cool.
Maybe he's trying to make you better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now listen, the Scherzer Verlander thing, I mean, there's been numerous things said about it. I don't know, because, I know they work out together at the same place down in Palm Beach. So, I don't know anything about that. So we can't even talk about that. But the analytics stuff, like, if you got Justin Verlander, who came over from what many people consider the best analytics team organization in baseball, and he goes to the Mets, who apparently are willing to spend anything to make themselves a World Series winner, and he says, hey, we need more of this or this or this. How the hell do you not listen to him? If you're Steve Cohen, I'd been like, what do you need, Justin? You need this? Okay, I have billions of dollars. I'm wasting on this and this and this. Oh, maybe we should focus it more here. But again, I don't know. Now, as far as him in the clubhouse, anyone can say that about anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't fit in. Unless you're in there every day. I hate the anonymous, and I hate this because if you're not in that clubhouse every day, you don't know. And if you're not in the clubhouse, and you can even be a staff member in that, you're not a player. Unless a player comes out and says, if Pete Alonso or Francisco Lindor comes out and says, hey, Justin Verlander was a pain in the ass, which they're not going to, it doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah.
Because if you don't put your name behind it, you don't truly believe it.
Keenan Middleton.
Hi,
I'm Keenan Middleton.
Whatever you want about
There
it.
is a problem. And then other teammates backed him up since then.